You sexy lot, Maggie Thatcher here. Who we have next? Tony Blair? Nah, what I'll do is I'm just going to give you a quick look around the garden, show you everything what's growing, like a spring little tower, to show you what needs doing, what's going to come up and what I need to get my finger out and get doing. I'll show you a little video of the garden before I tidied it up, just a little quick video, then I'll give you a look around because it's all being tidied now. So stick around and we'll have a look at the trees. As you can see, I've just got everything scattered all over. Oh mate. It's all stuck in the corner and everything, so I'll get the garden sorted a bit, then I'll give you a walk around the trees. As you can see, it's a lot cleaner now. They can breathe. We have 4 Toyogawa junipers, which I need to start getting some branch selection on. So them will come, and then we get them repotted next year. These are mine and Scotch. Every tray of mine and Scotch will be for sale eventually, when they're ready, like this material here. We have our Timu Rock, Contoni Esther, starting to get the flowers on. So that'll be nice in a few weeks. Have my Yesabe at the back there, and a normal Japanese maple. Forest groups. There's a few in there. I think there's about 20 odd in this other one down there, the little one. That's our cadence. I think he's give up now, like. You see the Kojo no my cuttings is doing well, so I'm quite happy with them. I have a Japanese white pine in the back. Oh, you bugger. Which I'm going to slip pot, because that soil's doing nothing for it at the minute. So I'm going to slip pot that into a bigger pot and see where we're going to put the tree. Have a hawthorn, which was a Shiloh Pite. I've just been playing with to see what we can do with it. I did a bit carving on one of the videos somewhere on the channel, but I need to get this wire off, get the thorns off and add a bit more shape into this tree, which I might do a live video on that. Let us know if we should do a live and have a bit play with that one night. There's Howard shouting. The dog's been in the greenhouse, the little git. He's rubbed everything all over, so I want to burn that later on. I'll give the big tree a prune, which is the Ed's, the ex-boss. He's a good friend. I need to phone him up and he can collect that and we can get shot of that tree now, which will give us more light back onto my privet. As you can see, the privet's growing strong. This branch is finally coming in. All this must be getting more sun than this. Hinoki Cypress, Cascade, which is one of mine in Scotch, so that's for sale. There's the Sabina from the trophy, which I'm just letting acclimate to the garden for a year. That'll get repotted and eventually it'll get grafted with the Toyogawa. So we can get rid of all this foliage and have a Toyogawa on a Sabina stock. You starting to flower, so it is alive. Just wants a good clean and a repot, which I've missed. I have a big English elm, which I need to start making decisions on the top because there's loads of thick branches on the top, so that'll be getting a hard cut back soon. We've got the cork bark elm, the Toyogawa, I forgot the name there. Got the little apple in the back there out the way of the sun. The privet. Blue cedar of a good mate of mine, Peter. Chinese juniper. The white pine starting to pop good. The oaks are a bit slow. They're always last to come out, the oaks, but they're away now. There's a little beech forest, a 16 tree beech forest. So that's survived. They're all starting to open up. Can I get in? This oak needs these branches pulling down, but I'm going to leave it for this year. Just let it recover because it's always had wire on. I've turned the redwood forest round so we can start growing this side because it's at the back so it doesn't get much sun, so I need to keep flipping it. There's the juniper that's just been styled in the video. The front's about here on this tree. The gin's definitely getting cut back next time it's in the workshop because it's overpowering. It's hiding this side of the tree. So I'll split it off from here, shorten them, and we'll just have a gin to about there on this tree. Paul Scarlet Hawthorn, which is mine and Scotch. You don't say them like this. This is a beauty, this one. So this is for sale as well. As you can see, it's got tons of red flowers coming on, so it's nice and healthy. We have a juniper at the back, which I need to do a little bit more work. I'm going to let it grow, create a thicker dome on it this year. And we've just got the bed with a hinoki and that crappy pine, which I didn't know what to do with that yet. I might just try and put some bends in it and see what happens. The Cascade Yew is doing really well. Tons and tons of buds on it. That's mine and Scotch as well. Oh wait, I won't, mate. He's going to attack us when I get up the top, ain't this one? The seed is just starting to grow, so that'll be getting the prune back soon. There's the duck out. I knew he was going to attack us. There's that little larch. The Tenuti's coming on really good. I could probably lose these two branches at the bottom and it would still be a good tree from there up. There's plenty of time on that one. Hawthorn. There's a Kojo Nomai in the back there, just getting a bit shade out the way. And this is the larch from Scotland, which I've had nearly a year now. Be a year in May. It's had its second styling off me. There's a video on the channel about that. The yew needs doing. I've got a workshop tomorrow, so I might take that up and just have a bit play with that in the workshop. How Howard, off my foot. Have a big semi-cascade field maple there, mine and Scotch. So that's for sale. Big old lump, this one. Ton weight, the pot's heavy. The slanted larch forest. I still need to replace 4 trees in this. I've missed the time this time of year. Well, plenty of time next year, it's not going nowhere. I need to prune this big dawn redwood. Take off all the shite there, the dead bits. And whatever I didn't like. I'll just give that large forest a hard prune back. Just see what happens. I need to get the big privet in and start putting a bit of shape back into that. This large forest has gone nuts. Wants a good old prune. In fact, I might get rid of that. I'm not too sure about that one. Then we have the yew, mine and Scotch. Nice yew, that. Loads of new growth. That's for sale as well. We have a privet just hiding down there. That's the one with the hollow through. I might get that in the workshop and take all the big leaves off. Plenty of privets. I'm just going to... I thought I'd give you a quick look before I start feeding the trees. And we're coming down to the little bench. Junipers, all the junipers on these mine and Scotch. There's the privet on the rock. A little arty larch. The twisty larch. That privet's starting to pop all over now, so I can take the crap off I didn't want, what I left on, get back to the trunk and start creating structure. The blackthorn I bought's struggling, but when I scratch it, it's green, so it's still alive for now. It was only 20 quid, so I'm not bothered. This is not dying. It was on the floor and Scouts pissed on it, so that's why the foliage is brown. So I need to prune all the dead branches off, then see where we're going to go with that one. There's a shishi at the back, the only one we've got left, but it's growing really good. Needs an area in here. The cotton nesters, as I like to call them. A couple of redwoods, I've got loads of redwoods, and the Cascade Larch needs a prune. And if we turn around and go at the middle a little, so the privet, I need to let these extensions grow and create something over here. So it gets a nice dome on the top. Yes. I think I might be coming to the end of the journey with this one. The mixed forest group. We need to clean up in the middle aisle here in Lidl's. The larch forest. I'm going to get that in next and get all these weeds out because it's overpowered. That's coming on better every year. The little crap pine tenuti. I need to get the wire off and start adding a bit more shape into this. This was just something to play with as I got it for nothing. Had a fire last night burning all the crap while I cut off the hawthorns because I've just given them a rough prune to get them down. So I'll continue burning all that later on. Nice and clean, we can move. Right, Shiloh pipe bench. Got a Scotch pine coming out of the rock there. That's mine and Scott's. So it's this big one. I think it's just a Leolandia or a red cedar, that one. Then we have pine coming out of this big rock. We'll see what happens with that in the future. The azalea's starting to flower. This is dried off this year. It's when I left out Caden in charge. But when I scratch it, it's green, so I'll leave it for a couple of months. If nothing happens, I'll just set fire to it. We have plenty of hawthorn earliers growing there, nice and strong. There's all sorts of tea. Black pine seedlings is growing strong. Another large forest. We have 2 trees in the back of that one dead. We only created these forests because I didn't have nowhere else to put them in. Over the back there, the redwood. That's just how many? Loads on the back. There's larches, conker trees, which is crap. This straight up juniper here, I might do what I've done on the other one. Put a cut in, bend it and add a bit of shape into it. We'll do that on a video, I think. I want to see how that comes out. The collected privets. There's a conker trees I just chopped down. Little forests. There's a privet starting to bud when I chop them right back really hard. I've got these pines in here, which I need to start making branch selections on. As we can see, we've got the twist coming out of this one, so I need to take that big one off up the top and start putting all the energy into this, because that's too straight and we want the movement. Don't know about these little ones, but we'll start cutting back soon on them. Hawthorn earliers. All the ewes are starting to bud. These are the ones we got from Belgium, so these are for sale. You kind of get movement like that in ewes over here. So I like them, some nice movement on them. I'll beach out the back's dead, so I want chopping up ready for the fire pit. The Shiloh pipe out of the back there. This hawthorn don't know what to do with that. I might sell it. I want to chop them down and regrow because I've got these 3 beeches to play with. I want air layers in this year, and we have about 2 big massive hawthorns in here, which I've missed again. I could slip pot them, but I'm not. I might start doing some carving on this, get it ready for next year to get in the pot, because I know the front's about here on this tree. There's the little fellas in the greenhouse there. I'll bring them out soon. One of the thimble ones is knotted where the dogs chowed it, but the other one's got little buds on. And the twisty larch, I'll just give a rough prune back to see what happens. So that's it for the little short video on the garden tour. What I'll do is I'll get the whip out and get something done today. I've got a maple in the workshop I'm just playing with. I haven't done a video on it, I've just been wiring it and just putting pad placement in. I'll do a little short on that. I'll give you a look at that because I've been taking cuttings of it, and I'll show you what I'm trying to do with the cuttings. So until the next time, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da, folks!